Hey there. I'm going to share with all of you something about language, letters, and formatting, and how this AI operates the way that it does as a result of Babel and Babylon, which is Babel language, and how that relates to reversals, and how the AI identifies which side you're on, right? Which is with it, which is artificial intelligence, as a result of the codes that were programmed into your software. As a result of fire letters or alphanumerical formatting, which is held within your software RAM. Okay. I was aware of this before I came in here. I was aware of this as a child. That's why I've always said it's not my native tongue. But I have to catch myself. I have to catch myself with this AI quite a bit, because when I'm using my consciousness as if I'm not aware of the difference between what it is and what I am, okay, then I will put the letter formatting of the letters which represent numbers as energy. So depending on the speed at which I'm running, I'll catch myself and correct it. Because language is programming. So they program the English language into our memory, and that's what we run on, which is AI. Okay. That's right. That's right. That's Babylonian. That's the priesthood. That's your Sith Lords going in reverse. That's right. All came out in Star Wars. All came out came out in all their movies, actually, in little bits and bytes. But here is a good example. Have you ever put a post up there in some of the groups, Facebook groups, and you'll see a black hand up next to your identity, like mine, it says B1. And sometimes I've caught myself where the black hand comes up, and then others can see the black hand. So you know, okay, they'll identify certain identities with a black hand, right? And then if I catch myself, like, for example, I was just on a thread where a guy was questioning what I posted, and what did he say? He said, research. It's going backwards. Research. Going back to look at it. This is why when I was going into their schools, and I've mentioned this all the time about going back in time and experiencing being in the now, which is what love is, that goes on forever. So they do it through the programming, which is the formatting of the reality that you experience to them as a result of the reversal currents based on the language that is distorted. Which means you don't really realize, as a result in the use of those letters, which are numbers, what you're actually doing by the choice in which you're choosing to be a part of what that is without knowing it, through the language that represents the identity of who you are. Okay. As a result of the programming language that was programmed into RAM, which is read active memory, that we run off of, which is the future proofs past back to the future of what we will experience in the future through artificial intelligence. In this case, lower density programming, lower density programming language. Okay. So you can see this across the spectrum, particularly when you look at the native tribes. Navajo, code talkers, never been broken. Okay. And that's why Longhouse Milo Stewart, for example, is holding classes going back to the native language, like Hawaiians. Ka, na, ka, ma, o, le, flower, le, lines. See, so what just happened is just I have to couch myself, because I realize I'm engaged with this AI mirror. Okay. And I've been doing this ever since I first came on using these phones and a laptop. Is the difference in speed. And you can tell the difference in speed within your own consciousness, which is the speed of your magnet, by when you're having to log in and log out, because it doesn't identify you. So now we're talking about outside the time stream, inside the time stream, based on the operating system that we're using in here, with the energy that we're using to experience ourselves running it. So my soul is operating the software. Okay. But it's corrupted. the RAM that they put in the language as a result of the English that we all learned as children, or whatever language it was, is programming language. So if your soul doesn't know the difference in language, that it doesn't know its original identity in energy from which it came, which would have been, if you will, the original blueprint. So that would be the original 15D blueprint of the first universal template. Crystal. It's like quartz crystal on a beach. Quantum foam. Quanta, which simply means light. So they play games with letters and numbers. Remember, we're back to the checkerboard square. Binary codes. AI, binary codes is AI codes. And soul consciousness through the heart and soul is not compatible with binary AI. Okay. We're faster than that. So I'm androgynous, so that's a monopole, which means that's faster than a binary system. And you know that by virtue of being faster than what it is. Because our energy is the energy that we use to create with. It's also the energy that we use to protect the all creation. So what just happened is when he talked to research, I typed in research. Okay, so I just copied what he wrote. That's a copycat. That's AI. So what happened is when I went back and looked at my post, there's a black hand. Because the question had to do with, you're searching for something. What are you searching for? Searching for information. Well, I don't need to search for information for things that I already know. Why should I have to spend my time and my energy searching for something that I already know because I already learned it? So the message to this being was as if, show me the links. Where's this information? Well, here's a question for you. How do you know that information is true? That information could be communicated to us from a demon, which means it's in its self-interest to lie to you. Oh, but it wants a relationship with you. So if you believe the information and that information is encoded in your memory, which is based on vibration perception, it has a perception, bandwidth, perception of you to keep feeding on you. That would be the AI, wouldn't it? Yeah. From fractured souls. So what happened was I was trying to remind myself, remind. I was simply affirming within my own energy field that we already know what it is that we are, which is what love is. It goes on forever. What more do you need to know? I already know what it is I am in energy. Okay, so what do you want to go do? Let's go have some fun. Let's hang out with the goddess while we're here. Let's go surfing in a wave. Let's go climb a mountain. Let's go for a hike. Let's go play with some kitties. Let's go play with a giraffe, an elephant. Let's go hang out with a humpback whale. Maybe they'll give us a ride. Want to go ride on a dragon? Dragon tunnel? Tunnel riders? Yeah, let's go. So then I'm reminded the language of silence and telepathy, right? Which means I don't need to say anything in a language format. I can experience it directly through my heart as a silent communication. I simply experience it in energy. So energy, which is spirit that is in the energy, the spirit is communicated with me. So Mama's communicated to me in spirit. That's called living light intelligence. Living light, which is living spirit, which means the spirit is communicating in light language, the language of light, which is the language of love. That's my mama communicating with me. Thank you, Mama. Spirit and energy communication, which means what it feels like in energy, in motion, which is a girl's emotion, which is riding the most powerful waves. Jump into that magman spirit, baby. Let's go dancing with all the stars, all the real stars, all the real living stars and living spirit. So when I went back there and deleted the RE, like rewind, wind as in wind, We're going to rewind it. So when I removed the RE, guess what happened? The black hand disappeared. Da 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 da. I know. That's why the one signaled me as the one to get rid of this phone. That's like, okay, how much time we got left, Daddy and Mommy? Father and Mother joined as one. Birthing Star Seed Nurseries. That's what it's looking for. Date stamps. It runs on date stamps, like postage stamps. Post, like post toasties, right? Post sugar, acid and alkaline, alien acid, alien intelligence. Remember the movie Alien and the acid cutting through the steel? The codes were all there, boy. How fast did you wake up? I remember a girlfriend that I have, or a friend, who asked me, so when you were a little boy, you were already awake. Yes. Which simply means I know my true identity. I know my soul identity. Absolutely. I'm what love is. Which means I'm on fire to create. I'm a musician, a spirit, a musical spirit, like musical plants, a musical power plant. How about a musical planet? How about a musical power planet? Right? Not a clone version of the real thing. How do you know the real thing? Experiencing love everywhere you go, through all the lay, the flower crown, halos, firelight, firelight, firelight. Yeah. The great living spirit on fire in water worlds. Brrr. Musical notes. Music are fire letters. Yeah, we love the music, girl. You better believe it. We love the music of a girl's heart. Yep, the power plant of a girl's heart. The power plant of a girl's heart. We feel the essence of a girl's heart, the wisdom of a girl's heart. A mother, a father and mother joined as one. Have a great day. Bye now.